Hey everybody, welcome to the Leopards Go Wild. We have been in Turangi for a good 6-7 weeks, or the caravan has. If you missed our last episode, we were over in Melbourne checking out our new built caravan, which, man, we're excited about getting that. It was so cool to see that whole process, even though there was about 5 different caravans on the floor. Kind of see the different steps and phases, so exciting times ahead for us. Today we are heading to Turangi, which is about an hour's drive from here. Place we haven't explored before. There's quite a few cool looking things that we're keen to check out. Hi Toby.
We're going to the pools and then you can jump off the rock climbing wall.
We're going to the pools and there's a little rock climbing wall in there about 3.5 meters. So the kids have become obsessed with rock climbing while we've been here. But we haven't actually seen them for a week. They've been with So's folks. Well, me and Soph are over in Melbourne. And if you're wondering where this location is, this is the Turangi Club. The club's actually closed down, so no business happens here anymore now, but they've opened up this car park for people to come camp at. There's also all kinds of grass areas. It's a bit wet. We had a lot of rain overnight last night, but $10 a night, kids are free, so pretty good option in Turangi. But we're just about to hook up and head off, so let's go.
So this, friends, is a bit of a mop-up episode. We've got some exploring in Turangi, and then we'll finish this video up with some drone footage of the Wipanga Falls on the way to Napier. But let's get on the road.
Cord and sky, I'm lost in silver. Cord and sky, I found my gold. The lover came in on the river. Is she the one I'm searching for? In the middle of the night, lights, they filled the sky. I had first met the day on the 4th of July. Bring me up, go, bring me home. I'll sail the seas to the one I love most.
Cool, we've arrived in Turangi. Just we put a bit of Drano down the plug holes for the grey tank and hope that it would jizzle itself all up while we drove here. And just emptying it out now, so give the old pipes a bit of a clean out. It's good because we just pretty much emptied the hot water cylinder down the sink too, so hopefully the hot water, a bit of detergent and some Drano would have worked some wonders.
Good to give the old water pipes a rinse every now and again. We met a few of our followers here at Turangi, which was awesome, but while we were using the dump site, we were looking at that big black cloud coming our way.
Alright everyone, it's been a pretty below average day today, but we're going to go for a walk to Waipunga today. It's a 5-kilometre loop walk up on the mountain there, and we might get rained on. It's pretty windy out there, but we've got cabin fever, so we just need to do it. So beautiful up around this area. The trees are just all old and big, eh? Pretty quiet. There's no other cars here at the car park, and I just want to say I really don't like spring. Spring is my least favourite season. It's nice to have the longer days and a bit of extra daylight, but it's usually so windy and wet. So windy and wet.
Back in the old days of home life, spring was exciting. The flowers, extra daylight, noticing the days heating up. But living in a caravan, a small space, that wind and rain can be so restricting, and there really is only so much time you voluntarily go out in these conditions.
Getting higher up this mountain now. The wind's getting pretty strong and gusty. We're kind of protected by these trees, but for how much longer, I don't know.
It's a lovely little loop walk, mostly through bush and then a few beaches that you access. The wind was absolutely humming at this end of the lake though.
good. These trees are so ancient and impressive, eh? They're huge. Most of the walk is actually in the bush, and there's just a few spots where you access the lake. Toby, where are we?
I'm doing a walk, I don't know.
But what part, how far much further? Isn't that the way out over there?
I don't know.
I think we're lost. The scenery looks the same in every direction.
Isso, isso.
So.
What I do love about spring though is those signs of new life coming through in nature.
Awesome little family walk, that one, about 6.5 kilometres. Docker there clearing those trees already, which is good, and there's a whole school group we could hear going around. There's a couple of buses. I'm guessing they attempted to go skiing, but the ski fields are probably closed due to the weather, so doing this as an alternative activity. Anyway, we'll catch up with you later on. Alright, we bumped into a lot of subscribers here, probably 5 today have come over and said g'day, which is quite a lot considering there's only about 11 vans here. But one of them gave us some money, so we thought we'll go and buy some ingredients for takeaways. We're going to do some homemade Indian curries tonight for dinner, because takeaways are actually quite expensive these days, aren't they? So we've just got back from the supermarket. We always find pita pits are a great alternative to naan bread if you toast them. They kind of like puff up and go nice and crispy and yum. And these are garlic ones. So yeah, let's get on to making some curries. You wanted that for dinner, eh, Toby?
Yes, definitely.
So we've got a few extra groceries too. We're given 50 bucks. So we've got 15 bucks of chicken. Got Jada paneer because she is a vegetarian, and we've got some a dairy-free one for Soph. So we're going to do a vegetarian one, a dairy-free one, and a butter chicken one. So it's going to be a busy kitchen, and we're going to watch a movie. We've all been away from each other for a week, so doing a bit of a family night, eh, Tobes and Riley? Oh, can I have one?
Bro, why are you putting that in the video?
So paneer cheese is an Indian cheese, and it is really, really good. It's great for cooking. It doesn't melt, but it goes like nice and soft when it's been heated up, and it's a really good, we call it squeaky cheese. It's a bit squeaky when you eat it. It's yum. Good vegetarian option. So Jade's carried the paneer chickpea one. She loves it spicy. Jade is like our spiciest eater. Well, she'll be giving Sophie a run for her money. So got to put the extra chili in for her at her request.
So getting the vegetarian and dairy-free ones out of the way so we can get into the meat one. Sometimes Jade's vegetarian food looks so yum though. Mushrooms, paneer cheese and chickpeas, yum. Now if you're not into Indian curry but never tasted it, it's amazing. I used to put my nose up to curries before me and Soph got together. Now it's one of our favourite foods. What's your favourite curry? So then I was into round 3 of curries while we watched the movie National Treasure. It was nice to cook again after that week away in Melbourne, eating out most nights. I do love to cook a yum feed.
Alright everyone, how was the curry?
It was yum, Dad!
You winners. Alright everybody, it is evening now. Had quite a good day today, but I've been inside editing all day our trip to Melbourne of our caravan build. Trying to pump it out. It takes so long to make a video, but we're going to go to the Tokanau hot pools tonight. Soak it up. There's a little bit of a thermal walk as well, so hopefully we can film that. Hopefully it's not too dark by the time we get there. Can't beat hot pools though, love them. Geothermal.
So it's a loop walk, but you definitely want to go the recommended way because it gets more interesting as you go around the 500-metre track.
This pool looks like it's real hot.
Yeah. Almost bubbling in the middle, eh?
The last pools were definitely a favourite. The water was steaming so hard out and the water was really clear. But after that, we paid our money for the hot pools and went to get changed. Only one pool for over 5-year-olds, and there was a bus full of high school students who were just about to get out, and then 2 busloads of intermediate age kids arrived. So not quite the peaceful evening soak that we would have hoped for.
Well, that was an interesting swim. Two school groups. So I didn't film us swimming, but you saw it was a bit manic. What did you kids reckon?
Very crazy.
It was good, but it was very busy.
Pools are nice and hot, which is the main thing, but very, very loud. Sweet, well that's Turangi. Not really a long stay here. We're heading over to the Hawke's Bay today, and I always like to go as empty as we can. So our fridge is pretty empty. We've just used all our water up, having some long hot showers, which is nice because there's a dump station here which we'll go and use. And I like to put a few heavy things in the back because our caravan water tanks are in the back of our caravan, and I think it's weighted to be towed with full tanks. So whenever we are towing and we've got no water, which is often, the front of the caravan is quite heavy on the back of the truck. You just feel like we're kind of dragging the caravan a bit harder, whereas if we put a bit of weight in the back, it seems to tow a lot nicer. Like when we've got full water tanks, tows a lot nicer and smoother than when we've got no water. So it definitely helps just taking a few things, especially from the front of the caravan or the back of the ute, chucking them into the back of the caravan. It kind of balances things back out again. And that can just be simple things like jockey wheels in there. I'll leave our muck mat, which normally lives in our toolbox at the front. That can just go on the steer wheel. All those little things help.
We've been passed dangerously a few times on the road and often by big trucks. We were going the speed limit, 90 kilometers an hour, and had to slow down to 40 kilometers because there was an oncoming car, which I also would have slowed down, seeing a truck in their lane. Stay safe out there, folks.
Don't worry mate, I'll slow right down so you can pass me with oncoming traffic. Alright, stop off at the famous Wipanga Falls on the Napier Road. Pretty cool waterfalls down there, look at this.